Alright, and we're live with Croc again.
Hola.
Hey guys,
¿Cómo estás?
Let me grab the link. Throw it into
Tengo un gato en mis pantalones. What?
Yeah, I sort of have no clue what's going on.
I don't either.
Croc. I'm playing Croc live streaming as well.
Yeah, he's like streaming.
So, I hop over.
Cool. I feel special.
Alright, and skip the opening cutscene.
Two live streams in one day. Neat.
Well, if I switch game, yeah.
Okay.
Gonna need to turn the volume up though.
Cool.
How do bones work? Like, I don't... Oof, no, I'm just trying to get them to, like, be good much. It's just a finicky thing. Also, weight painting is infuriating, so...
Should I hit low game? Oh, yeah, I should've. Whoops. Whoops. Go back. How do I go back? How do I go back?
What did you break?
Let me go back.
Everything, I assume.
Game. Why is that in a separate menu? That's dumb.
That's weird. Alright.
Hello, Millie in chat.
Hola.
Okay, Croc. There we go. Load game. It's so neat to be able to see like the save game icons in there. I haven't seen that since I had PlayStation forever ago. You don't ever see that shit now.
YouTube just notified me about a stream I'm watching. What is this?
Yeah, YouTube's good like that.
YouTube, like, they just know, like.
All right, so we're back to this hell.
They're on your side.
Okay.
All right, let's see how long it takes before I break my controller.
Wow, he's finally playing Croc.
This is the second stream of it. This is stream number 2.
This game was always that like, you know, interesting game that you got back in the day, among many. You know, back in the day, we really weren't really focused on how bad the controls were because it was a 3D game and, you know, it's cool. But looking back at it, it's very broken control-wise.
It's honestly, the controls aren't that bad. Once you get used to them, it's just kind of different.
I'm really tempted to live stream.
I honestly don't think they're that bad in retrospect. And like the music and the graphics of this game carry it so hard as well. Like worth the struggle with the controls, honestly.
Yeah. By the way, did you notice the different underwater tones? Like the different
I can barely hear the music of the game, so no.
The music's really good. It actually changes. Every underground theme is different, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so go up. This jelly
This is like
oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. And I done fucked up. And game over. Cool.
Okay.
Croc ever came back, who would own the series? I have no idea.
I see you.
Hopefully not Activision.
I forgot to put the stream
I
chat.
pray to God.
God damn it! Please no, not.
What?
I doubt Activision would give a flying fuck about Croc. I don't even think they would. I bet they'd be like, you pay us to take the license.
I don't think they care enough.
No. Like
Activision doesn't want to take a risk on a platform. This wasn't really a successful platform.
No, that's the thing. Like,
oh god.
That's why I think this is kind of like open for the taking as far as like something like fan games go compared to like Spyro.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly, it's the perfect platform to try and revive through a fan game like this, and it's not like it's gonna get a shit ton of hype because it's fucking Croc. So
yeah.
And even if it did, nobody's gonna be like knocking down your door.
Maybe they should make Dream Nexus into a Croc fan game.
Oh Jesus. Maybe not.
Oh no.
Maybe not, because literally nothing about that is the same as like Spyro.
It's just Croc.
It doesn't matter. We make it the Croc can run on 4 legs and charge.
just make him green, and it's fixed. Make him just change the model to a crocodile, and everything's fine.
Fixed. Bam. Instant success within a non-existent community.
Yeah, that's,
Yo, I got a
that's the
quick
sad
question.
thing. Like, it would be cool if.
How's the mic sound? Is it better? Someone said my mic was very low, so I just fixed it.
All of a sudden, it got really loud, and now it's fine.
Okay, good. As long as it's loud enough.
I don't even think Sony or Nintendo would go for the license. To be honest, like it's just.
I don't think that anyone in any of those companies even knows what Croc is or that it exists.
I am so bad at this level. I'm going back to using the analog stick.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Trying to use D-pad.
Well, there's a lot of games that came out that weren't just popular. Like, not every game that came out had huge recognition. Like nowadays, every game that comes out has huge press, but for the most part, back then it was pretty much Wild West. Like a lot of things got to. I mean, look at the DOS games. I mean, like there's so many DOS
there's a lot of
games
stuff that comes out now that nobody knows about. Like indie stuff, especially like on Steam and all that kind of shit. Like not everything gets huge press. It's just AAA shit that does. That's it.
What do you guys think of the awesome PlayStation Classic that got released?
Fuck that shit.
That
It's a
is-
waste of money.
Yeah. Hello.
There's like
emulators.
nothing good on
Why would I
it.
do that?
Like, why would you do that, Sony? Why would you? Why
Because
would you dig your
Nintendo
hole
did that.
deeper?
That's why. That's the entire
Yeah,
reason
but then
why.
they just put like shit games on it that nobody cares about.
Oh, yeah.
Trendy.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
It's-
not trying to say Final Fantasy VII's bad or anything, but I'm not gonna
It's
spend
just a
$100.
bunch of
will
weak
cut
shit,
you if you
basically.
do.
No, I think Final Fantasy VII's cool. I'm just saying is that I wouldn't buy a console that only has
There's
20
like
games
one
on
game
it.
on it.
I've never played a Final
You
Fantasy
can't
game
put in
my
your
life.
own discs, as far as I know, with that.
Yeah.
You can't, no.
No, why?
Wait, I
why
thought
would
you
do that?
could.
If you're gonna make
Why
a
not
mini
just buy a-
PlayStation, make it an
Yeah.
actual mini PlayStation, so I can,
I already have a
Maybe
PlayStation.
PlayStation
I already have a
3.
PlayStation 3. My PlayStation 3 can play PS1 games. I don't need to go out and buy it.
Either that or put games on there that people actually care about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or give the people the option to run ROMs. And honestly, here's another thing too. They have the Raspberry Pi. Someone managed to put a PlayStation emulator on the Raspberry Pi, and it runs PlayStation games phenomenally well.
I mean, yeah,
So-
and emulating on like Android shit for PlayStation is really easy, honestly. I had that on my phone once.
Zyridi, that you can join me and Frank in our Pi projects. You can get.
I don't have a
get
Pi.
Yeah, get a Pi and then you can do
Why would
emulation.
what purpose would I have for getting
For-
a Pi?
Emulation.
I can.
I want to get one.
Do you see what I'm doing currently?
I like
Yeah,
Pi.
Why would I
Then
spend
do it
money
on a
on a Pi to emulate games I'm already emulating?
Because you can.
Why would I?
I like chocolate pie.
No, why would I do that though?
You
I think Raspberry Pi is pretty disgusting, to be honest. I don't think it tastes very nice.
Nice.
because
I love how they're arguing over like Raspberry Pi and we're just like talking about pie, like legitimate pie. I don't really like pie all that much.
Apple Pie
Why
for
would-
the
you
win.
have to. You get
Why
it.
would you get a Raspberry Pi when you could get a PSP for $20 off it on eBay?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. I can get a PSP. I
Yeah,
have a
you can
PSP.
just mod that shit easily, and it runs PSP. It runs PS1 games perfectly. Like,
Well, all PS3s have the capability to run PS1 games. Some like the earlier ones have PS2 game support. So
Fucking hell.
again, I just run that shit off. I just have the original disc, and I put them inside of the PS3, and there you go, perfect.
yeah, I mean, like that's how I played Muppet Monster Adventure.
Yeah,
I keep
that
wanting to
shit,
call it
like,
Muppet
runs
Monster Madness.
really clean. It looks good. There's no glitches. It feels like you're playing on the PS1. It's just upscale graphics and
No.
good enough.
This
It's
level's
not like
fucking
the Ratchet and Clank high quality collection thingy.
I'm
With
gonna,
the
yeah,
no
what's
ice
glitchy
core.
and
I'm gonna
broken?
rage at this game.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's better, Muppet Monster Adventure or Croc 1?
In terms of like just interests for me, I honestly really like Croc 1. Like Muppet Monster Adventure is okay, but it's like
How are those camera controls?
I'm not messing with the camera at all. It's not really.
It's a way better game. I don't know what you're talking about.
I like
What
it.
is Muppet Monster Adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Never played Croc though, so I've got nothing to compare to.
Croc is cool though. I like the art style of Croc and the
That's the
you know,
thing.
the different.
That's the thing. Muppet Monster Adventure just feels like Spyro that's not Spyro.
Yeah, this feels very much as
It feels too much like Spyro.
No, I'm just saying, like this feels like its own thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Muppet Monster Adventure,
I'll tell you something else that feels too much like Spyro.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Myths Awaken.
Hello, Fiona Lee, by the way.
Or
Hey,
I'd come to your party, but it seems like you can only have 6 people. So
Oh, Clive and Wrench is in a Raspberry Pi magazine.
Ooh.
Wireframe. Wireframe
Interesting.
magazine. Huh. Today's issue? Huh.
well, why am I
Okay.
going up here? I don't need to be up here. God damn it. I'm such a moron.
So, with Zero, are you going to actually charge people money for it when it's finished? Or
I have
what's the
no
deal?
idea. There's zero plans to do anything like that at the moment.
Yeah, because I know you were originally just going to make it as a free fan game from Spyro, but of course that got shut down because of the cease and desist, so things got changed.
I think my parents would be happy to buy Zero Bits Awakened for me.
This game, I'm gonna scream. Actually, you know what? I might just cheat and get a level faster to move past this level. This level's bullshit.
You
you
gotta
could
get
just
this
use
repeat-
save states.
I could, but
You
I'd
wouldn't
rather-
get the full Croc experience though. Let's be honest.
Are there lives in Crocs? Or no?
Yes, unfortunately.
You
Uh,
only get
It's a
2 of
game
them.
where the lives should not be a thing. It's just garbage.
Well, you keep on just like killing yourself. Like you're doing jumps which you clearly can't make.
Well, I
Oh,
know that I
two-
can't make them once I don't make them. It's hard to tell though sometimes.
2 lives
Why
is
is-
screw you.
why is this song playing? Like, I'm curious why.
What song?
Do you have the music bot muted?
Yeah, I have the music button muted, especially right now.
Alright, that's why. It's like... It's a Lancer's theme from Deltarune, and I have no idea why it's playing.
Somebody requested it earlier. It probably just got to it finally.
I would just
So,
like,
Armando Carrillo, what else is coming out that you're excited for apart from Nitro, Clive and Wrench, and Zero, which isn't coming out anytime soon?
Coming in 2049.
Ratchet is the only one actually interacting with the chat whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember that deleted scene in Blade Runner 2049 where they're playing Zero, Myths Awaken.
Who could forget?
nice.
Like Ryan Gosling comes home after
No,
a
it wouldn't
day
be out yet, though,
of being
obviously.
a replicant,
What?
and he's playing fucking Zero Myths Awaken on his TV.
Nice.
No, but it wouldn't be out yet,
magazine
though.
is available in print and on PDF, tablet, and phone. So wait a minute, Clive and Wrench has an article on there. That's pretty cool. So
I mean, that's how you make a movie seem like super futuristic and stuff. Just have someone actually playing Zero Myths Awaken.
Yeah,
Then you know it's definitely like far in the future.
and it does actually come out.
so far, yeah,
Fucking
nice.
Well, I mean, it would immediately make the genre fantasy as well, but you know.
shut the fuck up.
Oh, are you really gonna stand up to this abuse, Si?
I'm already taking abuse from this game. I can't do much.
There's another indie platformer called Class, which plays like 2D Ratchet and Clank.
Bags Jr.'s replacement is called Activision. That's his name.
He's not getting a replacement. Everybody's like, "Oh, what are you gonna replace Moneybags with?" I'm like, "I'm not. I don't want to replace Moneybags with
Yeah, what?
anything."
Don't you have an original character now? Micro bags?
No,
Replace
I'm
him
not.
with that.
I don't want to. He was only being included because that was something that was in Spyro. That's not a thing I'm concerned with here.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about micro bags, the animation glitch.
Oh,
that could be
Yeah.
the whole new character.
Was that a thing before my time on the Myths Awakened
it's
Discord?
there's a glitch that now it was recent-ish.
I'll post a no mic chat.
Yeah, if you can find the GIF link to it,
There
it
you go.
was funny.
There's micro bags and no mic chat.
That's great. Alright.
Alright, that wasn't super painful. I still have all my lives. Let's see how long it takes me to lose them.
Oh goddamn it! How many lives do you have, man?
2. That's all you get. You only ever
Too little.
2. It always starts
You
with 2.
Which is so depressing because it should give you like 5. 5 would be like a normal.
5 would
That
be
better.
okay by comparison. But
5 would
Or
still not
8.
be enough.
Oh, you
8 would be
fucking-
nice.
this devil thing.
Infinite lives would be nice.
Just shouldn't even have lives. It's not that kind of game.
But remember, the only reason why this game has lives is because of the arcade games were like a normal thing. Like games with lives were normal in like
Well, yeah,
the mid
that's
90s.
what I argued for this before. It's like the only reason this
Yeah.
is lives is because of arcade shit. why live in games like this in the first place ever.
Yeah, continues weren't really a
Because
popular
money.
thing until the later 90s, but really didn't come into play until
Made
like
it
the
through,
early
and I didn't die,
2000s.
and I have both keys. Unless there's a third key. I feel like there's a third
Like
key.
game,
Oh yeah, I've seen Ascend crash landing.
yeah, that looks interesting.
Billy Bust Up. I've never heard of that.
I put a Billy
I'm-
Bust up.
I didn't know
Not
this game was
in their
out,
server,
but
I do know about it.
Matt brought up an interesting game yesterday, Little Nightmares.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That was
My
really
parents
good.
really
Say
want to play
Matt.
that for some reason.
Max. I said Max.
You said Matt again.
I said
Maximilian.
Max.
Maximilian.
Maximilian. I don't
Maximilian.
know. It looks really good. It's almost like a more creepy version of Coraline.
Yeah,
love
I don't
it.
like
Little
creepy
Nightmares
things,
is
so.
was a neat game when it first came out. I haven't played it, but I've seen stuff of it.
Yeah, I might get it.
I don't like horror games, so. Or horror for that matter.
Well, it's not even a horror game. It is a horror
It's
game,
like
but
creepy, I don't
it's
like.
like very cutesy horror game.
I wouldn't call it cutesy.
It's not
There are
cutesy.
certain cutesy things about it. It's pretty.
The
much
style is cutesy, but the game itself doesn't look very cutesy.
Holy shit! I don't think I've made it to this room yet.
It's like that dark kind of cutesy. What I mean, like Did
I finally make it?
I don't think those two words go together.
Hey, son, I
in
wanna know
a manner
if
that
where
makes
everything
sense.
their features work. Oh my god,
I don't
my
know, but-
dogs are barking and I'm gonna strangle them all.
Coraline is also like it's got that dark
Woof.
kind
I
of
know about
thing
Gamer
to
feature,
it.
and his work on Reunited and shit. Why?
What's
Yeah.
what's Steel Rain?
What?
I have no idea.
Oh shit! Oh, are you fucking kidding me? How did I do that?
Those are some ugly textures.
There's the end of the level.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Those are actually like really ugly textures.
This is not that ugly.
I like
mean, this is really-
I like the texture work in this game, to be honest. It's just I don't know that the colors for this
Well-
particular area are super great.
I mean, the
Very
textures
simple.
themselves are fine, but that's what I more so meant. The colors, the color choice is atrocious.
Honestly, the textures on those platforms kind of look like if you sliced up a banana and then you looked at the middle of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I
I
still
still
like
think
the-
this game looks pretty
Leap
good
of
for
Faith.
1997.
I think this game looks great. I genuinely like this style. If I wasn't making Zero shit, I would do something with this.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a.
What? You would make a Croc fan game?
What the fuck was that random platform down there? Yeah,
Is that what you're implying?
yeah. I actually.
I'd be willing to help with that. Apparently,
I
my
always,
style is
I,
like.
I meant it when I used to say,
Crocs.
like, if I wasn't working on a Spyro fan game, I would make a Croc one because I like Croc. It has a lot of potential. I genuinely always.
I think you just like the simplicity. I think that's what it is.
It's a fun game.
So
I think the
Sai,
simplicity appeals to you, and it does. It appeals to me too. I agree.
would you be willing to
Simplicity
have
is
me work on the music? Would you be willing to let me work on the music if you made a Croc fan game?
I don't know.
Because apparently my style
If
sounds
I
like
made a Croc fan game, sure.
Yes.
I don't know when that'll happen or if that'll happen, but
What's your opinion on the skybox?
2050.
Sai?
I like the skyboxes in this.
Oh, that's really cool. Actually, now that you pointed that out, that's really cool.
Skyboxes
They're
are
so
cool.
basic though. They're so like,
No, they are basic, but they're kind of. I like them.
but like they
Work
got
though.
this really. I don't know. I like it too.
It's just everything about
work.
this is very like. No, it's oh fuck my life. You're gonna see what I did in just a second. Oh my god! Please don't game over. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, they work though. The skyboxes work. I mean, even though you can see over top of it, but
Just wait
yeah.
until you see the pain that I inflicted upon myself there.
Nice.
Oh no, it gets worse.
But also, okay, we can't make Spyro
Lol,
music for the
you
Croc
jumped
game,
off.
man.
Yeah.
Dude, my style, like, have you listened to anything that I've made besides, like, Spy music? Like, some of my stuff really sounds like rock music. Or a few of my tracks do.
Alright,
early
well, you
stuff
gotta
that I
send me
can say.
some because I'm curious.
Here, let me find one real quick.
I'll believe it when I hear it.
Alright. It's on SoundCloud, by the way, so I'm just gonna, like, find that real quick.
Alright,
Just
cool. No
send it
problem.
in no mic chat.
Alright. I'm generally curious.
It's like from a while ago, but I still think it's pretty cool.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I don't even need to fucking do that. It's just gone. Damn it.
It's from a while ago, but I posted it recently, and I don't know why I waited so long to post it.
Sure. How'd you fall off the side of there?
Because the controls are like it's tank based, so sometimes what seems logically to be forward is actually backwards, or vice versa. Sometimes I get confused with the way I'm facing, and it just.
He does control a lot better than Bubsy, though.
No, honestly I don't think the game controls that bad. Like tank controls are weird, and it's certainly an odd choice for a platformer. However, I think it actually works to this game's favor a little bit. It adds some difference in the way you would normally handle things, but it's definitely something you have to get used to.
Oh yeah. But again, it's also a limitation because not everyone knew the standard. You know, there's no standard formula.
I don't care about whether or not it was a limitation or not. I just like.
Not a limitation, but there's nobody knew what they were doing, so everyone was just kind of Wild West in it. Like, okay, maybe we'll.
I sent it in no mic chat. I sent it in no mic chat.
Let me hear it. I'm gonna listen to it now.
I'm just gonna mute the bot at this point.
Fiona Lee says, "Gotta go to bed. Bye."
All right.
See ya.
Yeah, she invited me to a birthday party. But only 6 people can come apparently. So.
Huh.
Nice.
We'll get back to her to see if like.
Where was it at? Was it like at something like some kind of event thing or something?
It was at like just Pizza Hut in Manchester.
Oh fuck. I don't fucked up.
I've heard this one before. Yeah, it kind of does sound crocky. You're right.
I would genuinely be down to make a Croc game. I just can't take on another fucking project. Oh my god.
I think it's simply because of the simplicity. I think that's what appeals to you the most.
No, it's so just kind of chill, even though it's really frustrating sometimes. It works, and I just really think it does have potential, and I wish I could see something done with it. Because I don't think anybody's gonna do anything with it, and it's just gonna kind of fade into obscurity forever. Which is unfortunate. Oh my god. I thought I made that, and I stopped pushing forward. Son of a bitch. And back to the beginning I go.
I've actually remember listening to Snow, Gabe. I listened to it like when we first met. That was the one I liked, actually. So, yeah. Yeah, no, that does have a crocky sound to it, yeah. I would definitely change it up a bit, but yeah, it does have a crocky sound.
I made a remake of it recently.
I just want to see if I can make this jump.
I love it that they just reuse those platforms, like even though there's no water anymore, they just have it above nothing now.
Why not, right?
I mean, they're floating platforms. It's like
they look like rafts.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh fuck it, we'll put it in this level even though there's no water.
This game is a literal platformer. Literal platformer.
I really do. I want to do something with this. That's effort.
It wouldn't be too hard to make a Croc game. It wouldn't be really hard. I mean, especially if you just made like a couple levels, just to test the water.
I mean, honestly, I could just modify the shit I already have into a Croc game. Not stopping what I'm working on, but like just literally duplicate the project.
You could begin work on a Croc game, and then you could reach out to the developer of Croc.
There's no developer of Croc anymore. Just an owner.
Who owns the license, and then they might let you make a game if they find it decent enough. That's usually how it works with like the smaller kind of like Activision. Good luck. Activision's like they're evil, so they don't care.
With Activision.
But the people who made this game, I'm pretty sure the license is probably like people have forgotten about this game, so they'd be probably interested to see someone come across and want to make a Croc game. Even if you had to buy the license, I don't think the license would be that expensive. Maybe a couple $1,000s by this point.
I don't think they would want to sell the license. I was gonna do something with it. They'd probably
buy the IP for Croc.
I honestly, if it was cheap enough, I would consider it, but it would have to be really fucking cheap.
Like how cheap?
Like,
I mean, I could actually buy the
$2.
IP for Croc.
like it would have to legitimately be like a really cheap IP, and I would actually consider buying it. But cheap.
What
I
do you mean
wonder,
by really cheap?
I wonder who owns it.
There somebody found out. It's like really hard to find kind of really details on it though.
What'd you say?
Said somebody found out on Reddit, but it's hard to find many details on that.
Who owns the IP for Croc? Okay. There's like a Reddit.
Jez
Yeah.
San owns all the Croc games. I thought, yeah. Yeah. Well, if you
Jez San owns all the Croc games.
yeah, that's what I said. Jez San.
Yeah, I would honestly, if you get a hold of them, you should be like, how much for the Croc IP? Or how much, like, would you let us just make something with it? Because, like, I don't know. It could just be genuinely cool.
They're already making it like an HD version of the game. Like, it's a fan-made project. From... It looks pretty decent. I'll put it in the no
I've
mic
never
chat.
even seen anything about that. That could be neat. It's a fan
It
game, I'm
looks
assuming.
Yeah, it looks very PS2-y so far, but here. I posted
It's
it
the
in
same
the...
fucking jump I messed up last time. Or not the same jump. This is...
Funfair Technologies?
Fuck.
The fuck is this?
I game overed on this level again. I'm gonna scream. Let me...
That would be pissed off if they remastered it with the same controls. They'd be idiots.
Oh yeah, that would be really
Like
fucking
retarded.
dumb. That would be the dumbest shit.
There's a
they
good
could do.
chance this guy might have just bought the IP hoping that someday, one day, like, some big company will come up to him and be like, hey, dude, here's a bag of money. Can we make a Croc game?
Are you sure this
Yeah,
is... Are you sure this is like a fan game and not just an HD texture pack? Because that's what it looks like.
It really does look like an HD texture pack. Even the controls like look very similar. Like everything about
I
it.
think
Super tanky.
I think it just looks... I think it might just be an HD like mod or something for the game.
Yeah, it is. My bad.
Let's see... Sorry everybody on the stream, I'm like checking this shit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could get it for like... Apparently there's supposed to be a Croc 3 in 2005. Stone of the Gobbos, and it was cancelled.
Oh, okay, so Jez San is the founder of Argonaut Games.
Ah.
Okay. I wonder if that company still exists. It probably doesn't.
I mean, I have no idea.
A very early playable prototype of the PS2 version was going to be leaked by a former Argonaut employee. So yeah, the game was never... Yeah. So it was supposed to continue off of Croc 2, but since Croc 2 failed, I think it was canceled.
The only thing I wouldn't know what to do with is I wouldn't know what the hell to do with like the story of a Croc game, because I don't know.
Oh, that's
shit
easy.
about
Come on,
the
that's
lore.
easy.
Yeah, I mean, you could just get someone easily to write a story for like Croc. Honestly, it wouldn't be too hard.
Well, I don't want it to be shit though.
But you could just you could reboot the series. You don't even have to
that's
necessarily...
No rebooting. Fuck rebooting.
No. It would be like a reboot in the context of like same like game style, like PS1 sort of style, very similar graphics and music, but just restarting the story.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
meant.
no. Why would you restart it? Why don't you just continue it?
Because it's fucking goofy. That's the one thing I don't
What?
care
That's
for
what
in the
Croc
game
is.
the
You can't just
story
change.
is just
You can't just
weird.
change what Croc is.
Well,
You can-
Croc 2 is bad.
Croc 2 shits the bed as well. I don't. I would want to go in like a different direction.
You've never even played Croc 2,
Yes, I
and you
have.
don't even.
Yes, he has.
I played it.
When did you play it?
I didn't play it on stream, and that's why I'm not playing it on stream because it's bad.
It is not bad. What are you talking about?
Yes. The only thing that's better is the controls. And
I think you
makes
just
the-
you don't like how it doesn't have the simplicity of Croc 1. I think that's what your problem is.
No, it's just not very good. I see now why like half the people say it's
Okay.
better and half the people say it's atrocious.
It's
So here's
it,
the-
it-
atrocious camp.
It doesn't have the simplicity that this game does.
It's like a
But
weird
it-
pseudo open world thing, and like the lighting is not super great, and like the level design not super great, music not as good as the originals. Like it's the only thing it
It's
has
just
going
bad.
for it is like tank
Better
controls.
controls.
That's it. That's the only thing I would say
Yeah.
Croc 2 has over the original. And even then,
So
I
anyways,
genuinely
yeah.
think the tank controls almost suit this game.
I think it just comes down to personal taste.
Yeah. I was reading here, Argonaut is
this
was-
level.
went out of business in 2004, went defunct. But Jez, he actually helped develop the Super FX chip on the SNES, the thing that so they're pretty competent. They were around from 82 to 2004. So, and yes, Jez San is the founder of that, and creator.
But I mean, there's nothing that Croc 2 does wrong in terms of story. Like,
It's a little cringy.
You
it's
could try.
cringy.
You could try speaking to him over Facebook.
Again, this would have come down to when I wasn't working on Zero. Like, if this was like right after the cease and desist, like maybe I'd figure something.
I just found out that
But
I
I'm
have
gonna
like,
work on it now.
I have computer time back on the weekends now. Apparently,
That's
So,
good.
dude, what exactly happened, dude?
I got
How'd you
bad
get your
grades.
up?
Bad grades. He done.
I mean, I know. Yeah, but like, how, dude? You gotta be focusing on that school, man.
Sometimes shit just doesn't
Lol.
go well. Been there.
You're acting like you're like his dad or something.
I'm just, I don't know. I'm just.
You gotta be focusing on the school, man.
You gotta
Can't
focus on the
Can't
school,
be slacking off, man.
even though fucking school sucks. Anyways, I hated school as well, but whatever.
I did horrible in school.
You don't need to
I
talk down
did
to
not
him,
pass.
JP.
Oh, I'm not talking down. I was just, I mean. I don't
You
know.
need to be focused on the school, bro. You can't be quitting on the school.
You gotta do this education, which is not gonna get you anywhere in life, and you're literally gonna be like, at your own house at the age of 24, even though you.
You don't need to be cynical about it, all right? I'm sure his parents can afford him college.
No,
if
I
you
was saying I went to college as well.
I think Gabe should go to college and do like, yeah, like just like music or something.
College
Or
is
game
nice
design.
and all, but it's like really expensive. You end up in debt, and there's like a 90% chance you're not going to do anything with your
Fuck
degree.
college, dude. I hate it. It's,
life scares me, and I don't want to go to college.
No,
like,
I don't no,
college-
I went to college.
It's not as a smart decision anymore as it once was, especially if you're going with anything art related. Good luck. Generally, what's going
Yeah.
to come down to getting you a job with that kind of stuff is a portfolio, which
Connections.
and connections.
All you need is connections. That's it.
Well, you need a portfolio.
Skill and you need skill and connections. Skill, portfolio, and connections. But you don't need a degree. They don't care.
Well, I mean, if
Well,
I
the thing
keep
is,
up
you
this
can make
workflow that I had-
connections with a portfolio and skill. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
College for this kind of stuff, not so much anymore. Honestly, would not recommend.
I mean, if I keep up this workflow that I've had for like the last year or so, then I could get a portfolio in no time. Like it wouldn't be difficult.
Well,
Oh,
a
I think
portfolio of what,
college-
music?
College is worth it if your parents can afford it. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it might be like you might get in a lot of debt and it might be pointless, but like if
so
you can do it,
two
do
very
it.
big reasons why not to go to college.
Yeah, I know, but if you can do it, you might as well do it. You know,
I would just
like having a college degree is better than not having a college degree.
Not
depends on what you're
necessarily.
doing, honestly.
Depends on what you, exactly.
But,
Depends on what
like,
you're doing.
I mean, it's not like Gabe himself is like forking out the money himself. He's like his parents are paying for it. So,
Or
Well,
financial
you're
aid.
assuming they're paying for it. They might not be able to by the time he's ready to go to college. or
well, I
might
mean,
want
I'm not saying that he should work his ass off to afford college. Like, if that's the case, then don't do it. Yeah.
It's just one of those things of like, if it's right for you and you really want to, then go for it. But do not feel any pressure whatsoever to go to college, especially not now. Also, this area is fucked. Oh god, what is this jump? That is some bullshit. If I've ever seen it. Camera angle right there. It's no bueno.
No, no muy bueno.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. That would piss me off too.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Like, I couldn't turn, so it was just like,
Oof.
alright, if I want to move forward, I had to take damage, I guess, because I can't fucking turn him properly here. That's really one of the biggest issues with tank controls. Other than that, it's not that bad to use tank controls. So I actually
But
think
you can't make
hold down X bar. There you go. You just did it. Okay.
I actually think you could get away with keeping a Croc fan game with tank controls if they were done differently.
better.
Yeah,
More
there's
so.
a way to do
Like
them.
in Croc 2. Haha.
Croc 2 doesn't have tank controls.
Croc 2
I
is
can't even remember what the controls are like in Croc 2.
They're very nice. They're very fluid, but
Is the gameplay like worse because of that?
well, no, the levels are just not that great visually.
It's kind of less of a platform game, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's
the music
like-
not up to par with.
They tried to make it more like kind of a typical like late 90s platformer, Croc 2.
like more of a Banjo-Kazooie
Just
kind
really
of.
doesn't suit
Yeah.
the game.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they keep a lot of things, and they also have like this system where you can buy shit as well, like you buy jellies and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like
And-
pseudo open world kind of a thing. Like it's I don't know. I don't really think it suits the game, and I don't think it like.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Graphics-
have like yeah, you go through like doors to go to levels, so it kind of tries to act like it's all like one big thing, which I've never liked. I never liked that about Croc 2. I thought it was kind of like unnecessary.
I never played Croc 2. Never have.
I mean, probably there's a lot of rose-tinted glasses because I grew up with Croc 2, like as well as Croc 1. So
I
you
played
know,
Croc 1.
Why do
Yeah.
I have
There's
another
probably-
fucking key for this?
like a lot of just me having nostalgia and shit.
The
I
only
mean,
reason why-
honestly, I'm
yeah.
surprised that Sai has liked Croc 1 as much as he has, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
genuinely enjoy.
he likes the aesthetics more than anything, I
Well,
think.
I like the aesthetics. I like the music, but I also do like the gameplay, like legitimately. Fuck. I just came over.
I don't think you'd necessarily actually like the gameplay. You wouldn't like this gameplay if it was done in a different way. Like
No,
if
but
it was,
that's the whole package, though. Like.
yeah, I know,
the
it's
aesthetics,
all
the
kind of.
music, like it fits
Did you
together.
just get 2 keys? Lol.
Yeah, I don't know why. Apparently, I needed 2 keys. Also, I died. Game over.
That's kind of weird.
That's great. I have to redo that like, area.
I mean, the only reason why I played Croc as a kid was because of, this game came out in '97. We got a PlayStation 1 in '98. In 1999, I think my parents got this game for Christmas along with Spyro 2, and this is another just that obscure game that we
Also,
had.
these cheeky fuckers putting this key right at the start of the area. Just off.
I remember my sister having a lot of fun with this game though. She enjoyed it. This is like her game. She said, "Stay away from it," and that didn't last long because stole the controller from her.
Stay away from it, JP. It's my game.
It's my game.
I don't know why I needed that silver key. I think it's for
Don't
keys, I
put
guess.
your little boy hands on it, JP.
God damn it. God damn it.
I
Now,
wasn't implying anything from that, okay?
hopefully not.
Yeah, like I'm gonna use a key on you. Fuck off.
Do you like it how they put like the Gobbos in the cage just looking like super depressed?
Reminds me of like Rayman 1. I think this could be done really well and done right, and be pretty fun. Especially if you had just, in general, more like creative level design. Like different types of like levels kind of thing. Like the only thing I would change from like the way Croc handles level design right now is just rather than having like a whole island of the same looking area, just do individual levels, make them a bit longer and more like free roaming, but still very much platforming like Croc 1, but just with different
Would you
themes.
add any NPCs or would you just keep it the
No.
same?
Croc 1 didn't have that shit, and I thought it was really weird in Croc 2 when I got to it. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Son of a bitch.
I would just make a game just like Croc. I would just make a similar game. I wouldn't even make it a Croc game. I would just make something similar. mean, technically, this is literally just a Yoshi game.
Oh.
So random that you jump on jellies.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that's about.
This game would have flopped so hard if it was actually a Yoshi game.
Flop so hard if what?
This game would have flopped really hard if they continued with the Yoshi game idea.
I mean, it flopped regardless, so.
It didn't. This game didn't flop. What are you talking about?
It got a sequel. Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't mean
did not flop.
though, compared to
Croc
It's
flopped
sold
after
very
he fell
well.
off the jelly.
This game sold very well. It was dated very fast, but it sold very well when it came out.
Yeah, it was great for '97.
You son of a
Also,
bitch.
like, I don't think at this point that there were like, well, there weren't any games like this on the PlayStation or the PC.
Yeah, there wasn't like this is a 360 like walk around platformer like something like Crash. Like I said, is very linear. It's on rails. Like the two Crash games before this were on rails versus this game is straight up like full 3D environment control.
Yeah.
Crash came after this, didn't it?
No,
No,
this-
Crash 1 was 96, Crash 2 was
Motherfucker.
97.
Yeah,
So Crash 2
But-
came out the same year as this.
Damn it.
but Crash 2 and
Getting
Crash 1
stuck
are both.
under a platform where you bounce
Yeah.
and lose things because you just instantaneously die if you're on a platform.
They're just linear. AKA Sonic's ass mode. I love that.
Shit.
The fact that they call it that's just great.
What do they call it?
Sonic's ass.
Level difficulty
Yeah,
in
Sonic's
this game is
ass mode.
spiking hardcore.
Why is your internet constantly like really good on this stream, but when you did Spyro, it was like constantly dipping and frame
It's
rate
not
terrible?
been consistently really good in general.
Activision don't want you to stream Spyro. Okay. I want you to play the game, not stream it.
Yeah.
I just wrote something and it sounds pretty cool, so I don't know. I'm gonna share it.
Is it JPAK's fanfiction?
No.
God damn it.
So how's that going? Has it been finished yet or no? That's all.
Yeah, taking a
Fuck,
quick break for
son of a bitch.
taking a break until
Okay.
later
Game
November,
over.
December.
Alright. Shit.
I don't know. You need some headspace, you know what I mean? You gotta get
Mhm.
headspace, then you can improve on it, come back. But yeah.
I got like a huge, like a 1 week break or something, so I think definitely doing that has given me like, I don't know,
Yeah.
something, I don't know.
Well, problem is my artist hasn't been. She's been really busy, like just like moving and finishing up college for the year. So I would say around like December holidays is when we're gonna get a shit ton of shit done. I wanted to get it done in November, but I'm like, why rush it? You know. So, but yeah. Hopefully, I'm shooting for February to finish.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you make that end not over that? Bastard.
Ooh, this is
Alright,
interesting.
I'm gonna go home now.
Alright,
I might. Bye.
see ya. And then
Or
there was
where'd he go?
however many. I have no idea. He went somewhere to do something. Yes.
Wait, what did you say was interesting?
I have no idea. Did I say
No,
it or-
Jay.
For some
JPK.
reason, that is giving me some Zelda Majora's Mask vibes.
What?
The,
Oh yeah, I hear what you mean.
yeah, what is it? What's that? The clock tower theme. Not the clock tower theme.
Are you guys
The
listening
astronomer's
to
theme.
this?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
like that like very peaceful.
Ooh, I'm gonna put some bells in there now that you've said that.
Yeah, but it feels very N64 sounding. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I use the Proteus actually, so
Oh, you use the Proteus VX.
yeah.
I still can't get that working on my computer no matter what. I don't know what you've done, but I can't get that shit working.
There we go. I made it back. I did lose life.
And I have a real Proteus 2000. I have a real one, like with the composer ROM chip. That's the problem with these modules is they cost like the modules are cheap. The cards, like to get the orbit, like the orbit module, right? Orbit 3. That shit costs like $600 just for the card.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. If you want to get the Orbit 3, it's going to cost you around $600 because it's so rare, and the cards themselves are valuable. And that one has 2 cards. Because that's the thing about these modules is you can put like an Orbit card inside of the Proteus 2000 with the Composer ROM, and you can have all the sounds.
Oh shit! Oh
yeah.
Get the fuck away from me, that thing. Yeah, you know what? I would say. Man, now I'm just thinking Croc fan game. Son of a bitch. I can't do that. I can't be doing that shit.
Can't be doing what?
Croc fan game. Fucking working on Miss Awakening, and I can't do that. I can't pivot to that now. I can't do it on the side. I have too many other things that I'm working on.
Well, I would say after you do Zero Miss Awaken, whenever that finishes,
So
which you
5
have a
years from
long
now.
way to go. Yeah.
Damn it!
But you can always make a game inspired off of Croc. Anyways, yo, Gabe, you should get yourself a P2K. You should. They're like pretty affordable. I got mine for like $170. Like, you should get the actual hardware. You should also get yourself a K2500 if you really, really want. One of these.
I'll turn the music back up on the emulator, or the volume back up on it. I can barely hear it at all.
So is that P2K or whatever you're talking about? Is that what the organ in Spire 3 was? The one that wasn't the B3?
Pretty sure that's like a lot of the yeah, that's a P2K.
Oh, this is gonna be some bullshit right here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're nice. This has got one.
An oven. Yes, it's an oven.
Yeah, it's an oven. It bakes really nice music. That's what it is. It's literally an oven.
At least I got the extra life to compensate for the one I just lost. Oh, and I just lost the other one too. How many things?
Lost
I haven't turned it on for like fucking. I bought it back in like April or some shit, and I haven't turned it on since. Because it's got a part which is missing. Like it's not a missing part, but the actual data wheel when it came here, it was broken. I have the piece to fix it. My buddy doesn't have a solder iron or solder iron, so.
What are you up to, by the way, Cinder? You're so quiet in the call.
Check your DMs.
I looked. I saw.
What the hell's the part at?
I assume Tamp did that?
That's Tamp Leon, yes.
Oh, what the fuck is happening here at this boss fight? Stop running towards the camera. What the hell are you doing, Croc? I'm about to fucking die.
Yeah, that sample underneath though, I really want to sell it.
This boss fight camera is super bad.
Let me see the boss camera. Oh god, that looks like crap.
It's a bad boss fight camera. It's probably the worst thing I've experienced thus far. Oh,
well, at least you're
Jesus
almost
Christ,
you're
why?
done the desert stages after this. That'll be cool. I was getting sick and tired of seeing deserts.
Son of a bitch.
Where the fuck is this shit?
Just like I basically I'm going to take damage in this fight. So I can't not.
I'm trying to find this the piece, like the missing piece I told you about for my Proteus.
Oh shit! I could have hit him right there. Fuck.
Like a data encoder. What the shit? Ugh. Maybe it's.
Fucking hell! Spot.
I can get rid of it. That'd be bad.
I need to hit him one more time. I think I'm done. What? I ran into him and died on the last hit. He wasn't even moving.
Good job.
Oh,
Some fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, Gabe. So I actually have I have some Proteus X, like some actual CDs from the early 2000s. I've got the
Oh, cool.
Protean drums. I've got the I got Planet Earth,
nice.
like the actual CDs, and I got MoFat.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. I don't know, dude. How do they sound on that? You need to help me get that installed on my computer, because that'd be great. I've been trying to get that shit installed and I can't.
Oh,
Like, I don't know what I did. I mean, I got it. I just installed it and it worked.
You know what? It doesn't work on mine for some
Okay, I
reason.
get this boss now. It's not that bad.
How do you usually install your VSDs? Like, you just put them in a folder? Because I have mine all
Yeah.
stored on a separate folder from everything else. Like, I have...
But the thing is, I tried installing it, and then it said something that wasn't compatible with my system, and I'm just running a standard 64-bit system, so it should work.
I'm on Windows 10, so I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm on Windows 10 as well, so that's why I'm wondering why is.
Yeah. Also, I added more to the song, just in case you're curious.
Maybe, well, you said you're free this weekend, right? Maybe we could help me install it this weekend.
Possibly, yeah. I should be free this weekend anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe I'll give you some synths, because I think you wanted some gear. I have like loads of samples and gear if you wanted.
are those pirated?
Some of it, yeah.
Awesome. Great.
live streaming, people.
Hell
Come
yeah!
on.
Gotta discuss illegal activity. Fuck yeah! Demonetized.
FBI, open up.
FBI, open up. We just want to know
real
why
this
you're
time.
stealing samples from like 1991.
Are you okay? We're more worried about you than the actual crime committed here.
Now I'm gonna tell you a fun story about fucking pirating. Okay, all right. So I pirated a lot of things, right? So I've pirated like lots of music software over the years of it, over 8 years and shit. Like lots of notable software. And as soon as like I pirate like some fucking movie, like what is it, like BioShock or The Incredibles, or just some movie. I mean, like a game or movie. My Comcast is like, nope. They send me a warning. Yeah, they flag that shit. But whenever I like download like $1,000 music software, they don't give a shit. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't make money with music, so
That's my thing. Like, I understand it, and it's like, but when you start making enough money to be able to afford it, then it's like, all right, buy it then.
Yeah, if you're making enough money, then I urge anyone to buy it. But I don't make money with my music. I just want to play instruments. Really, I'm not trying to make a living out
Like
of it.
once
Someone offered me money for music once.
Like at some point in time, like before the release of Zero, like I'm gonna pay for Unity Pro.
Yeah, no, I get that.
the
I
original
honestly
version's
don't
free or
think
whatever, but it's
pirating is a terrible thing. It just lets you try out the software. But if you're gonna make a ton of money, if you're making like let's say you finally get to score that game and you make like $130,000 for some reason. Well, you should use some of that money and actually buy the software that you used.
Oh shit! I just got fucking destroyed. Alright, so that is not how you do that shit.
Fucking thing, where is it?
Oh, I already fucked up because I can't get this back.
Yeah,
This is
no,
like
I just
some
find it funny how
chips level bullshit.
Comcast
Alright, I fucked the
only
puzzle up.
cares about movies.
So shove it off now, since I can't do anything. Oh, and I died anyways. Nice.
So, I don't know what to add to this song. Ooh, guitar, how about that? There's actually a really nice guitar.
I found it.
Oh.
Yes. Gonna take a picture of it and send to everyone so they know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know I could use a VPN. Like I said, I don't really pirate movies though. That's the thing. So whenever I randomly do it at like some random time, maybe about 50% of the time, like it's a 50 chance that like Comcast will say something.
Spock's not fucking move forward. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's the piece, by the way.
Go away, Cortana.
Gabe, look at the piece.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
What am I supposed to be doing here? I'm so confused.
That's like a data encoder. That goes for the knob, which is yeah. No,
Okay, so-
I recommend one of these. They're really good. I don't know how the VX sounds compared to the actual hardware. I just have the actual hardware.
This is gonna be some bullshit puzzle that they just added out of nowhere in this game. What the fuck is this shit? What? What the fuck am I supposed to do here? I'm so confused. Why is this suddenly a puzzle game? What the hell?
No!
Oh, and I fucked it. Get up there and jump. Oh my god. It's just like suddenly turned into a puzzle. Why? Why?
What are you doing?
What?
Oh, it's rhythm. I was like, what the fuck was that music? It came
Was
out of
what?
nowhere.
Wait, what music? I'm so confused.
Rhythm. Like, rhythm automatically unmutes itself. Your bots are sentient, Sebastian. You need to get rid of that shit before it, like, kills us all. And takes over the world.
Son of a bitch. I'm so confused.
Stop sentient bots. That's all I gotta say. Stop them before they kill us. And eat our souls. I'm gonna sign a petition against robots.
Oh, god damn. Alright, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. It's just, this is a terrible
Come on,
puzzle
Minicable.
to just randomly add into the game. Why? At least I hope this is what I'm supposed to be doing. 'Cause otherwise, I'm so confused and also really annoyed. I wasted my time. Okay, it is. Totally is. Why though? So that's such a. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, that better still be there. No. I'm just gonna kill myself then. I'm not gonna do this. This is real lives. That's so dumb.
Oh, nice, it's got it made through. Cool.
That was just dumb. I don't understand why that happened the way it did. Just gonna rush it to the end here. Look out the way, box. Oh god. Hiccups.
Rip.
Ah, camera. Why do this? Aha. I'm sure this is probably not a good angle to do this from.
What happened? Did you like put on face cam or something? Or...
What?
I was confused for a minute. I thought you said camera wait. I
But in the game-
realized like 2 seconds after we were talking about the game itself and not like
I would never put on face
Yes.
cam.
no I meant you, but
Alright. That's so much easier now. That's such a dumb, random puzzle to just suddenly add into the game out of nowhere. Why would you do that? This ain't a puzzle game. What the fuck? You tit.
hey. I'll have you know I do not condone that kind of language.
Oh my god. I can't do that apparently, 'cause that's funny. So I have to go up top. Nice. Oh my god, game. I hate you. What the fuck?
Like, I legitimately can know. Sometimes I literally can't tell whether someone has said gay or has said my name. And that's like a legitimate problem that I actually have. Like, did you call me? No, I said gay. Oh. It's annoying. Or if somebody has said game or Gabe. Or also my dad's name is Dave, so my mom will like call Dave and then the other one will answer. Like, it's annoying. Gabe sounds like so many things.
Oh shit, this platform's so fast this time. It's not. I'm just slow. Yep. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, well I'm not doing this on 0 lives. Alright, that's probably gonna be end of this stream because I'm like, this game's getting fucking hard, man. Like, I don't understand. And it's been like almost exactly an hour too.
Just about, I think.
So yeah, I'm gonna end this stream because I'm just really tired.
So yeah, I was wondering that that is tank controls because that looked
Yeah.
like it.
It's tank controls. But yeah, bye everybody that's still watching.
See ya.
Peace.